NASA has 4 possible plans of action to save us from Earth-bound asteroids heading for Earth impact. Now we know we have many Hollywood movies, long dramatizing threat of Earth being wiped out by an asteroid discovered in the 11th hour, only for disaster to be averted by all-American heroes such as Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, or a grisly Robert Duvall. As NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office used the asteroid 212 TC4 to test its ability to respond to the existential threat posed by near-Earth objects, NEOs, we look at 4 methods the international community hopes one day could help us avoid going the way of the dinosaurs. Now we know that we have the Didymus, the DART mission going towards the twin asteroid in order to impact one of the smallest of the asteroids there to take it off its trajectory as a trial run. Now, as there are no known weapons powerful enough to destroy an asteroid on short notice, NASA believes the safest way to avoid a cataclysmic event is to develop its early warning system for planetary defense. An Earth-bound asteroid would need to be spotted decades in advance if scientists are to have a chance of stopping a disaster. Indeed, scientists would need a similar amount of time just to assess the object's composition and decide which of its theoretical deflection techniques to use before even launching a mission that might only move the rock less than an inch per second off its course. If an asteroid is spotted early enough, it could be possible to divert its path using the gravity from an orbiting spacecraft, according to NASA. In some future mission, a gravity tractor could fly alongside the rock for a period of decades, slowly pulling it to a safe area of space where the object could be studied or mined for commercial purposes as well. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. The potentially expensive, time-consuming project remains in the pre-planning stages. So next we have the laser ablation. In other words, pounding an asteroid with lasers to break it apart. In February 2013, we were surprisingly visited by the Chelyabinsk meteor, which nobody saw coming because it was coming from the direction of the sun. The Chelyabinsk meteor that was an airburst over Siberia of Russia provided a timely reminder of the threat of near-Earth objects when the object entered the Earth's atmosphere undetected. It exploded over Western Russia with a force 20 to 30 times stronger than the Hiroshima bomb. In the future, objects such as Chelyabinsk could be subjected to laser ablation. It's a technique in which lasers are used to irradiate the surface of an asteroid, transforming it from a solid mass to a gas. Research from the University of Strathclyde Advanced Space Concepts Laboratory shows that harnessing solar rays to power a swarm of laser-carrying spacecraft is theoretically possible. Turning rock into gas would eliminate fragmentation, which could present a further threat to Earth. There would also be no need to perform the technically tricky maneuver of landing on the moving object's surface. And then you have the kinetic impactor. That's what DART mission wants to do. It wants to slam into the smaller moon of the Didymus asteroid and nudge it off its course. Impact it, in other words. Scientists believe the kinetic impactor, essentially a rocket used to ram an asteroid off course, could be effective against Earth-bound objects. There is even a mission scheduled to launch, of course, in the near future. We're talking about the DART mission, to test the feasibility of this technique. And it's supposedly off now. Now, the joint NASA-ESA Asteroid Impact and Deflection Assessment Mission will send 2 vessels into space to intercept the asteroid Didymus as it comes near to Earth in 2022. First, the NASA-led Double Asteroid Redirect Test, DART, will crash into the asteroid, while the second spacecraft, the ESA Asteroid Impact Mission AIM, orbits the rock and performs an analysis of the kinetic impact of the crash. It's hoped that the AIM will return valuable new information that could aid a future planetary defense effort. Any shifting of the Didymos asteroid that may occur would also mark the first time that humanity has significantly altered the path of a body in the solar system. And the fourth method would be, of course, nuclear impactor. It's viewed as a method of last resort. The nuclear option to deflect asteroids away from Earth would present an ethical and political challenge. Students from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, worked on a class project, developed the first public study of the nuclear impact method in 1967. In what has become known as Project Icarus, the students suggested that NASA take the first 6 Saturn V rockets earmarked for the moon program and add 44,000-pound nuclear warhead to each. And according to Wired, the team set out a delivery system where the first Saturn Icarus rocket would be launched at the asteroid 13 days before Earth impact, and the second 10 days before Earth impact, and so on. The project was said to have 71% chance of completely protecting the Earth and an 86% chance of reducing the damage of a full impact. But in 1966, Outer Space Treaty prohibits the use of weapons of mass destruction in space, meaning an international consensus would first have to be reached before launching a battery of nuclear warheads at any earthbound space rock. Because you can understand, if these fragments irradiated by nuclear energy fall to Earth, that's the end of various locations where these fragments would hit Earth. This was Unbedded Reality from RT. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.